All right, we are back with more tiny epic dungeons, and even though I'm terrible at the game, it is so much fun, and I thought it would be an absolute blast this time to go ahead and try it with two different modifications. So number one, a random party. I took the party members from the base game, and I shuffled up the entire stack of party members, and then I drew a random team, and oddly enough, it came out with Moonblade, Ethairna, and Thordin, which is pretty awesome, because I think that they would be a fantastic team. And the second thing is I added the Potions and Perils expansion. So here's the rules for it. Very, very straightforward. It is this tiny, tiny, tiny little booklet here. There's not a lot to it. So it says, to introduce the Potions and Perils expansion, legend says that before the evil took root, the abandoned dungeon was home to a brilliant alchemist. Working in peaceful darkness, she created magical elixirs that heightened body and mind until the Overlord invaded. She stashed her creations away from the far reaches of the dungeon. Her final hope was that intrepid explorers would discover her potions and use them to vanquish the foe. But beware! She imbued perilous curses on her hidden hordes to keep those weak of will away from her powerful gifts. So you can see here it adds 8 potion cards, which, I probably should have looked at these before I just shuffled the stack and set it down, but I didn't. 2 goblin cards, so that's exciting to see some new goblins. 2 boss mats, and the way we're going to handle the boss mats is I've got them sitting off screen here. These are the new ones. I've shuffled them up. I set them down, and that was a while back, so I've forgotten what order they're in. So we're just going to draw from the pile because I want to fight the new ones when we get there. We have 2 new minion tokens. I shuffled those into the pile. And 2, I guess that's it, really. 2 minion tokens there sitting off to the side with the rest. And really, it's very straightforward. All you do, there's 1 new dungeon tile, Mixie's Lab, gets shuffled into the top half of deck B when you're assembling it, and the goblins just get thrown in. You have a pile of potions here, the minions just get thrown in, and then apparently there's a little potion icon. You can see it like right there. It's like a little plus and a purple potion icon in a pentagon, and it says draw a potion. You flip it, and I guess at the top of it, it has like a peril, like a bad thing that happens that you have to do. You must do that. And then you can, I guess, choose to keep the potion, right? So it says at the top of each potion card is a negative effect that is resolved as soon as the card is revealed. All heroes take damage or lose focus. Add a goblin to the active hero's room. Oh man, trigger enemy actions. That's gnarly. And then move all heroes to the entrance. What if you're trying to do something? So then there's God, that's rough. It seems like it should be when you choose to drink the potion, the bad thing happens and then the good thing happens, or something like that. It seems like free. That seems brutal. Like imagine you're trying to explore the dungeon and get teleported back to the entrance. All heroes. You have a new free action to drink the potion. You gain the benefit immediately, and they are discarded from the game. And then this is kind of weird. It does say potions are treated like spells when equipped, can only have a maximum of 2 potions. That doesn't mean it takes your spell slots. It's just I don't know, it's a bummer, because this expansion was designed at the same time the game was, and they could have very easily just put a little potion marker, ran on to, right onto every player card, and they just, we don't have that. The hero that receives the potion can be... you can either equip it and keep it or give it to another hero. And this is so weird. The hero that receives the potion can be anywhere in the dungeon and can be either conscious or unconscious. Potions cannot be exchanged between heroes. A potion may be discarded instead of used, but it will be discarded from the game. And then when you use them, they're discarded from the game. And so that's it's just a little weird. I don't know. It's just a little strange. So here's the Board Game Geek page for this expansion. It's a mini expansion, they call it. I'm sorry, a mini expansion. So I don't know how much this actually adds to the game. I literally just decided to throw it in. I haven't looked at it. I haven't looked at any cards or anything. One thing I do want to look at, though, is, let's see here, potions. So there's so you can see up at the top, there's all kinds of little things here. We might have to refer back to this page quite often here. Look at that strength filter. Add a goblin to your space. Your defense is increased by 3, and any strength checks have 5 added to their die result. Discard after use. And they all say discard after use. Oh, man. So that's pretty cool, but we're going to see how... Oh, look at that. Good deal. And all on one page. I'm a genius. I put these pages together, page 7 and 14, so that I had the Potions and Perils mini expansion enemies on the screen. The bosses, anyway, at least on the screen as well. That's cool. Okay, so then minions must be here. Potions and Perils mini expansion. There's a Vampire Imp and a Wraith that have been added to this, and we'll read them if we pull them. There's no sense in screwing around anymore. Take a quick look at our heroes here. We have Moonblade, right, with that awesome lockpick skill, and Shadow Walk, assuming I can roll well enough to actually benefit from it. Ethairna, who I think is probably my favorite caster in the base game here for sure. I just like her so much. She is pretty awesome here. And then, of course, that dagger that is god-awful, but, you know, there it is. And then we have Thordin, that's my boy. And I think that's what went wrong in my last game, is there were just no dwarves in the party. So obviously, that's why we failed. So let's go ahead and take a second to double-check everything, and we're going to jump right in after that and get started. All right, so I think we're ready to get started here. I did have to rearrange my characters because my brain would not allow me to play this without having the strength, the agility, and the intelligence classes in this order. I'm broken, I'm damaged, I have brain damage from years and years of video games, and there's just an order to things. And it just so happens, if you look at this, you know, Thordin does get 3 strength dice. Moonblade has, 3 agility, and Ethairna has 3 intelligence. It's like it was meant to be. I'm not the only one who's been hit on the head too hard from years and years of like video games and stuff. So there's a reason. And then of course, we have the goblins hiding out right behind me there. They're not super important to see the stack, but there it is. I had to put in the potion stack somewhere, and it just lined up nicely here. The dungeon could actually go all the way out to here, so I didn't want to have the game logo up there. Not that I guess I need it, but I kind of like it on the video. So in any case, I guess we're ready to get started here. Oh, not quite. There we go. Bumping stuff and moving stuff around, trying to make sure the workplace here is a nice, clean, clear area to get smoked by some goblins. Okay, so I think, do we start with Thordin or Ethairna? So I'm not entirely sure Moonblade is the one to start with, mainly because I don't like her. I think I don't like her as a character. I think it comes down to that. I think it comes down to, I feel like she should not have started with a dagger. I feel like maybe she should have had a bow and lockpick or something. I just something different. Or dual daggers in some way, like something, or like a dagger that lets her re-roll or something. And she's just so weak with nothing great for me right off the bat, right? Like, now, of course, she can get gear and she becomes a monster. Her stats are overall really good, but like, what are you going to do? Shadow walk into the dark and kill one little guy to begin with? I don't know if that's the answer either. You could still, I don't know. It's not great. It's wonderful if you could target like, 2 or 3 goblins with it, but to kill one lousy little goblin to blow 3 of your 5 focus, assuming you roll correctly, I don't know. I just don't like it. Ethairna is great to start with because she has so much focus. She can summon up a spell, she can walk somewhere, she can zap somebody, she could potentially use a room item. I like that. And Thordin here, of course, he has no fear. He can just walk into a goblin and then just dust it with his shield and keep going. So I don't know. I feel like maybe that is the answer. I enjoy it so much. So let's go ahead and go this way. I'm a big believer in you can't go wrong when you go right. When you're going through a dungeon, that will help you every time. So let's send Thordin over here. Look at that. See? Right away. We've got a goblin and in the treasure room here. So I've marked all of the ones that are like these 3 here are going to be, non-minion rooms, just so we can kind of keep an eye on what rooms are going where. So we need a goblin. Let's put a little goblin here, a boomy goblin to start. Now, we do have the option of just smoking this guy and keep going, and I kind of like that because you've got to move fast in this dungeon. So we're going to have Thordin pay 5 here for his shield bash, and we're going to kill the boomy goblin and grab a piece of loot. Look at that. First move of the game, and it's a shield even. Look at that. Shield of the Lion. Now, the problem with the Shield of the Lion is it removes our shield bash ability if we equip it. I didn't realize that at first. Boy, that's a shame, because that's probably my favorite ability in the entire game. I think we get rid of it. I think he discards it, because we have to have the hammer, because we have to do melee damage too. All right, so next move. We're going to move over here, and oh, wait, and he took a damage too from getting jumped by a goblin. I forgot. Okay, we're going to flip this over. Now it is the bridge, and the bridge is going to take us to A 7 skill check. Come on, 7. Good deal. We got a 9, so we're okay. Oh, we actually got 3 of our stuff back too. Look at that. Okay, we only need that for 7. Let's keep going. Why not? 1, 2, 3. Your maximum movement is 3. Dang it. And there's another goblin. Now, we do have, let's put this up top, and we know that one's going to not be a minion. And we're going to put one right below here, and we're going to take another damage for another goblin. We are going to then draw a goblin here, but we haven't actually used our any heroic ability yet, so we can still attack this guy with our hammer. Ah, that die rolled way far off the tray. Oh no. Hold on. I can reach it. I just have to stand up to get it. Oh, how funny. All right, I didn't even see when it rolled. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so we rolled very poorly. Okay, so we have 2, 3, 4. What do we need? 5. That's okay. Well, I guess we spend our 2 to make the 2 a 3. How's that sound? So there's 3, 4, 5. Its defense is 4. That gives us the 1. So I guess we're okay. We killed that goblin too, just barely. I had to roll the die out of the tray, and then we get plus 3 hit points. I'm only 2 down, so let's take another item. Maybe we can get something useful. Holy cow. Let's take it just because he has the least ability to move. So this is Greaves of the Lion. This gives us +1 movement. Oh man, that's a bummer because the shield is kind of not great for him because it's a hand item. I didn't realize that. Okay, so Thordin is done. We're going to go ahead and move down here. Goblins are going to activate. We don't have any live goblins. Moonblade, you're up. Let's go ahead and move the same direction. So we'll go 1, 2. We need to roll a 7 skill check, remember. We have passed. We have an 8 and a 4. Now that we're here, we are going to spend 2 to get a free lockpick action, because that happens to also be agility of 6. Ooh. So we're going to use that 6, which means we're going to get 1, 2. And we successfully picked this play. Oh, I forgot to put my little thing out there. My little hazard token. Okay, and then we get to choose a loot or a spell. Let's take a loot here. The amethyst figurine. Eee. Well, it's I guess better than nothing. So there it is. So that was 1, 2, 3. That was a free action, by the way, not her thing. 3. And then we're going to do, I guess, let's go up 4. Oh, interesting. Okay. 4. So what can we do there? Not anything too useful. We could take the shield, but I'm not opposed to Thordin taking that either because he already has the Greaves, right? And we definitely want to get ourselves some set pieces here. So maybe we just leave well enough alone. How far has she moved? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She could move 1 more, but that could be a minion, and I'm just not at that point in the game yet, I don't think. I think we need to just hold back for a moment. Well, we could also just like run away, depending on what it is. So maybe that's not awful. You know what? Forget it. We have to do it. Move over. This is the dead end room. Oh man, that's not a fun room. Mainly because you can't do anything useful in there at this point in time. So I guess better that than mazing our way through this and then potentially having a minion pull out here somewhere. I like the idea that this part of the dungeon now is pretty well, exhausted. We can focus on going down here, and poor Ethairna is going to be on goblin patrol here. So we're going to go 1 more down and nothing happens. Ethairna. What do we do with you? Do we have any kind of intelligence checks that you could make that would do us any good? We do have that. That's kind of cute. That is kind of cute. We could go. This is interesting. I'm okay. 1, 2, 3. That's her whole movement. No, she can move 1 more. I'm going to stop here and do a search action. I need a 5 on an intelligence check. This is interesting. Okay, so not only did we pass, okay, so this is interesting. I don't think I've ever used this before. We got to play smarter here, right? So we're going to go, we need a 5, we did that. So that says spend 4 of focus to go up 2 on that track. Why not? I don't see any downside to that, right? That buys us a little bit more time where nothing bad is going to happen. Now, unfortunately, the only other thing that she can do on her turn is spend 4 time to research a spell. Giant's Strength. I don't think that that's a great spell for her, so I'm going to dump that too. All right, Ethairna's done. We're going to go to Thordin. That's a spell I want Thordin to have, where he can just pummel somebody with his... I mean, he doesn't have a weapon. Who am I kidding? All right, Torch moves down. Enemies activate. There's no enemies at the moment. So Thordin here is going to come down. 1 movement down here. I guess we go like that. And it's a nothing room. You can gain a spell. Oh, wow. That's a good room for Ethairna to go into because she can gain a spell and +2 focus. Okay. All right. Gosh, this is terrifying that I can't find a good weapon. We have managed to kill 2 goblins so far, and we've got... Oh, no, we must have killed way more than that. 4 more. 4? How did we get so much stuff? How did we get so much stuff? We killed 1 goblin... and got that. We did a research and got that. Oh, and then another goblin, and then the trap room. That's right. So, yeah, we've only killed 2 goblins. Okay, so, all right, let's move on down 1 more. Oh, no, it's a little early for this, I feel like. Okay, well, here we go. Here's the end of the game right here. Okay, Thordin. What did you do? You got 2 points of damage on you, and you uncovered a dungeon. How funny. I keep drawing this guy, I feel like. A dungeon crawler. With 7 hit points, there's a spider, meeple. All right, all we can do is roll to attack this thing. It ends our movement. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Okay, so, well, interesting. Let's God, he has nothing he can do. Okay, let's go ahead and tally up our damage here. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9. -5 is 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that was a good hit. I can't complain about that, but we just lost a torch. So the torch is going to go down. Okay, so there's that. Thordin's turn is over. We're going to move here to Moonblade. Moonblade is way up there. Can Moonblade get down there and do 8 points of damage with her 2 dice? No. No. All right, we need to try, though, right? 1, 2, God, 3, 4. If we come down here, and she only gets to roll 2 dice, so we need to roll a 6 and a 2? Oh, God. How about a 3 and a 1? That was pathetic. Okay, so the problem with this is it's not even enough damage to get through. So if I do spend the points, I could make that a 5 + 1, right? Which is 6 - 5 would be 1 point of damage. It's worth it. Let's spend 4 focus to roll this 3 to a 5, which is going to give us 6. Oh no, -1 because it's a dagger. So we still only have a 5. Oh, wow. No, that's not worth it then. It's not worth it to spend any points because we can't roll enough to do any damage. Because it has a 5 defense. There's no reason to do any of that. So it attacks back with a 6. So 6 - 3 for my defense is 3 damage. Yeah, that was just a waste. Great. Now we just have more dead bodies piling up down there. Okay, you're done, Moonblade. We're going to go ahead and spawn a goblin in the entrance. Not that they're going to act until next turn. And now somehow, with 0 focus, Ethairna needs to try to do 8 points of damage to a dungeon crawler, which, I mean, that's just not going to happen. So let's go ahead and have her move 1 room down here. She's going to make a skill check. She's going to search the room. She needs a 5 or better. We got a... Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, so we got a 5, which passes the check. Then we got +3 here. And then we got +2 because we passed. So now we're up to 5 there. And we gain a spell. Elemental Charge. That's a good one for us. I like it. Unfortunately, we can't use it right this second. So we're going to end Ethairna's turn and move the torch down, and enemies are going to activate. So Goblin number 1 here can only move 3 spaces towards us. 1, 2, 3. That's close enough to blow Ethairna up for 1 point of damage. And then the Dungeon Crawler is going to do 2 points of damage to everybody. We're going to start there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 2 points of focus to everybody. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That sucks. Okay, so we're back to Thordin. So Thordin, I mean, we don't have a choice. We just have to swing as hard as we can to kill this guy. Oh gosh, I can't believe that happened. Well, maybe we can kill him though with this. So we can't adjust any rolls, but we can do that. But what I don't want is I don't want the torch down to take effect, right? So if we don't use the 3, that'll give us 1 focus. And then we will do 8 minus 5 is 3 points of damage. That's all we need to kill the Dungeon Crawler. Okay then. Oh, I don't have a boss mat out here. That's okay. It's easy to remember. Okay, so we have 1 Dungeon Crawler down. That's going to go 1, 2, 3, only 4 up on the time. We can't go up 6 because you can't go above your maximum on the torch track. But we do gain 2 pieces of gear, or spells. I'm just going to take 2 gear. Right, see? Longsword of the Lion. I can dig it. I had a feeling, right? Sometimes it feels like you get on a roll of the same gear and you just know it's coming. And then the Spell Tome of the Phoenix, we'll just ditch that and give it to Ethairna at some point. Hopefully. Oh, man, that's too bad. He needs the shield somehow. Okay, so we have 1 dead body so far. All right, so he can move again, but I don't know if it's worth it because we've done our 1 attack. We have a goblin that's going to mess with us up there, but we don't have a way to gain any energy this turn. So, I mean, it's like we have to keep exploring. But he's going to die. He has 1 hit point. Oh, God. Yeah, he has 1 hit point and 0. Oh, he's going to die right now. So I guess it doesn't matter. I can't really run anywhere. So the problem is this goblin's going to move. Did I have that goblin move and attack? It's move or attack. 1, 2, 3. I think I had a move and attack. So maybe everybody has 1 more hit point than I thought. Because they didn't... That's move or attack, not move and attack. My bad. Okay. That's fixable. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Thordin's done. Okay. So now, enemies attack. He's going to move or attack. He's going to attack and blow up her for 1. It looks like it's 1 per goblin. Yeah, I messed that up. That's not so bad. Okay. Whew. Moonblade, what are you doing? Everybody needs to rest. After that big fat battle, everybody here is hurt. Moonblade, you need to pass yourself a Shadow Walk. I need a 6. Yeah, let's see it. Let's see a 6, just barely. My goodness. Oh, I get another die, though. Shadow Walk is agility. Okay, so that's what we got. So we need a 6 to pass. So we got that. So we're going to get 1 point back. Then we're going to spend 3 to do Shadow Walk. Shadow Walk, we're going to go right here and just kill you for free because I don't like you. This is gain a loot and flip a tile. So we're going to gain Claws of the Panther. Hey, now we're talking. Okay, now we got a good item. Now we got a good item for Moonblade here. That's like the perfect item, in fact. I don't know why they don't start her with some kind of agility item, or why a dagger is a strength item instead of an agility item. That bothers me. All right, now, so we still can't. I mean, we did an action and it moved us. There's no traps or anything to deal with here. We're kind of stuck. We did get a good item out of it. Oh, no, and then we get to flip a tile, right? This is Pokey Goblin is a loot and flip a tile. So let's flip a tile. Let's flip a tile fairly far away from us just to see where the dungeon goes. Okay, so we've got a trap here, and then we have a room up here and a room down here. Man, all of our guys are hurting. Okay, Moonblade is done. We're going to tick this down and nothing is going to happen. You know what? Ethairna, where are you? You are standing in the perfect room to just stand still and do the same. I need a 5. I need to check on a 5. Let's get... Ooh, nice. Look at that. Look at that. So we've got The 6 will pass us. That'll heal us for 1, 2, 3 focus, and then 2 because of the room I'm in. 1, 2, and 1 hit point. Okay, then she can take a spell. Invisibility. I like it. Look at that. She can just move through and then do an action. An extra action. So let me see. Invisibility. Where is invisibility on here? What does the icon look? I don't know why I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Invisibility. Okay, so perform a skill check of 5 using a skill of your choice. If successful, spend 2 focus to perform a movement up to your speed. You may ignore enemies and damage from goblin and minion encounters during this movement. After your movement, you may perform 1 additional heroic action. The additional heroic action performed is limited to 1 time this turn. Right, because this is, casting a spell, so that is also your heroic action. That's pretty cool. Okay, and oh, wow, she could probably move all the way across the dungeon. Between invisibility and elemental charge, she and just cruise through and just destroy some people. I kind of like that. Okay, so that was her check. Oh, and the most important part is plus... Oh, I'm in the wrong room. I thought I was in that room. Oh, how funny. No, that's okay. That's what I wanted anyway. I needed that, but I was thinking about the +2. Okay, so now she needs to move. We'll go just 1 room over. Let's just come... Oh, no. Well, she's going to take 2 damage for that. That'll learn you. And then what did we find? We found an ooze. Oh, we found an ooze, and it is an 8 hit point. Oh, man. Okay, well, she's already gone her turn, so she's done. Let's go up here, and we're going to spawn a goblin. We need goblin number 1 here. Oh, this ooze. Okay, and then there's all this stuff is going to activate in a second. So who's up? Thordin is up. This thing can be hit pretty hard. The problem is I don't have a lot of hard-hitting stuff yet with Thordin, but either way, we've got to stop this. So we'll go 1, 2... And we are at a +1 this time, so that's good. I don't have any focus to piddle around with. Okay, so, yeah, no, we're good. 6, 3, and 1. That's actually probably perfect, right? So if we use the 7, so we gain the 1 focus, right? And then I guess we can spend 2 focus on this. On the long sword of the lion. We'll spend our 2 focus there. So we've got a +1 there. Is that how that works, right? I gain the focus beforehand, then all my triggered stuff. I need to check that here. Let's take a look at the fact here. The fact says, triggered abilities. If the triggered ability, regardless of whether it costs focus or not, modifies the results of an attack, such as gaining defense or extra damage, it happens while resolving your heroic die, not after, and dealing damage... while resolving your heroic die and dealing damage to the enemy and before resolving the enemy die. If it costs focus, the focus is paid after gaining focus from unused dice, not before. Okay. So it sounds like we're good to do that. Okay. All right, so we're going to spend his focus to give us +1. So we have +2 from the sword then. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9. -4 is 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's down to 3 hit points to start. That's not so bad. Not so bad. That thing is going to wreck me, though. It rolled a 3. Its 3 is going to be a 6. So against my defense of 4, I'm going to take 2 damage and die. So goodbye, Thordin. You did what you could do, buddy. Well, not die, but get knocked unconscious. Okay, so we've done all that we can do. That's a shame. All right, so Moonblade. Let's see here. Let's move this down. Oh, and everybody's going to activate now. So Stabby Goblin here is move or attack. So it's going to move because there's nobody there, not both. So it's going to move up to 4 spaces, so it's going to be right there. Next time it'll do damage. Then we have an ooze that is going to, I guess, stay... Oh, I don't even have the little... I have these cutesy little meeples. All right, there we go. There's the ooze, and the ooze is going to attack... Oh, no, Ethairna. Oh, it's going to lose her a loot. She doesn't have a loot. Neener. And it's going to do 1 point of damage to her. Oh, she only has 1 hit point left, though, now. That's dangerous. Okay, so we need to pull out all the stops on this guy. Okay, so we are down to Moonblade, who has these claws now, which actually might be able to do some good damage for us. So we're going to go... We're going to go 1 and 2 and come in here and attack this thing with our claws, which are +1. I don't have any reroll abilities, so it's just got to be raw. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. I see a 6 over there. Okay. Ooh, and a 7. Okay, so we are going to gain 1 focus for not using it, so I think that puts us at 1. And then we have 7, 8. So is that it? Is that really true? Did we do that much damage? I don't even think we need to do that much damage. We could probably use just the 6, 7 minus 4 does 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. You're dead. And then we actually gain another 2, so that puts us back to 3, I believe. So there we go. That is 1 dead ooze. That's interesting. So now we're back to the maximum thing here. We have a dead ooze. Where's my ooze? There's my ooze. Okay, so we have a very interesting situation. What do we take as Moonblade? What do we take? Do we take a giant strength and a random draw from the... Well, let's take a random draw from the pile first. Ah, great Staff of the Phoenix. So now Ethairna knows exactly what she needs to do. Do we take the spell? I think we take the giant strength spell for Moonblade, right? Why not? There we go. Because that will, work with the claw. And plus, the amethyst figurine gives her 2 dice, so she can roll 2 intelligence dice now to try to get a 3? That seems pretty likely. You could almost roll as poorly as possible and pull that off. And in fact, if she had full focus, she could roll 2 1s and pull that off still. So I think that's okay. I think I can dig that. So let's go ahead and go with that. Moonblade is done. We will now move this down, and all enemies will... Oh no, this jerk is going to do all kinds of damage here. So, oh no, it's going to just move. Going to come into our little party. It's just move, not move and attack. I don't know why I'm stupid about that. Okay, so now it's there. Ethairna, who is still alive and fully charged with mana, is ready to smoke a goblin. So we are going to do her Seeking Bolt. It requires a 5. We've got, oh, how funny, I rolled 2 5s, and then a +2. So she's max mana, so it doesn't matter. So we're going to spend the 2 mana, and then we are going to light this goblin up right there and kill you. And that gives her the ability to go, oh man, 3 hit points or a loot. And as bad as I want this loot, I don't even think I've ever had this great Staff of the Phoenix. This thing is pretty sick here. Huh. Yeah, wow. But, I mean, she's almost dead, so I need the hit points, right? I'm going to go from 4 to 1. I mean, from 1 to 4. And now she can still move, so let's come over a room. Let's move over. It's a trapped room. It's a trap! Of course it is. I need this, and I need a 7 to not take 2 points of damage. What do we get? Uh-oh, we did not do it. That's okay. So what we can do is we can spend 2 focus to make this 3 a 2. And then we have our 7, right? So we'll gain 1 from the 4. We will not take the damage. We cannot undo the room, like turn off the trap part of it because of... she's already done her heroic action of attacking the goblin that was in the room, and I kind of want her to just stay there. I really don't want to uncover a goblin right now. So we're going to go up here, we're going to pop this down, nothing happens, and now it's Thordin's turn, because I want Thordin to get back on his feet before we get screwed by another goblin. Okay, so there's that. So Thordin can move, though. But he can't do a heroic action, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to move 1, 2, and not do anything else. We're just going to stay right there. We're going to stay right there, I think. A smart move would be to not have all of our altars in one place, I guess, but, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm terrible at this game. So here we go. Moonblade. We got to spawn a goblin. Oh, Mixie Goblin. Ew. Alright, so Mixie Goblin. We're going to worry about Mixie Goblins. They move 2 and shoot 2. So they could go 1, 2, and shoot to these 2 in 1 turn. So that's no good. How come we don't have any, big... I need a bow. I need a ranged weapon. I need Claw of the Panther. I need the Bow of the Panther, right? Okay, so what have we got here? Moonblade. Where can you go? Moonblade can actually do some damage now, so that's good. it's probably worth a risk to go into here. There is likely a chance this will connect to the entrance. The problem will be is if I discover an idiot in that room. if we find some, I don't want to connect that room. I just don't want to do it. Not right now. So let's go. Oh crud. Let's come this way. So 1, 2, 3. That is a poorly shaped room for where I'm at in this. And of course, we found a goblin, so Moonblade's going to take a damage and, be almost dead now. We're at 1 hit point. We can put a room down here. And we need to spawn a goblin. Number 2, you're up. What are you? Oh no, a Mixie Goblin. So we have no choice. We have to do the Claw of the Panther. We get a +1. Ooh, this might not be good. That was a 3, 4, 5, 6. How many hit points does this thing have? 5 defense, so 3, 4, 5, 6. We get a +1 because of that, so yay us. Mixie Goblin is down. This is going to be a problem, though, because we get a piece of loot. Ugh. Cursed Dragon Scale. I don't want to get hit that hard. And then we have to take a potion. What in the heck? Ugh. So that says all 3, or everybody loses 3? Oh, God. What? These things are garbage. Let's see. Why aren't they all just good? Magic Elixir. All heroes lose 3 focus. Gain focus up to your maximum amount. Oh, my God. Okay, so now wait a second here. Let's do the 3 first. So you're down to 2, you're down to 0, and you are down to 2. And this, if I remember right in the rules, doesn't it just say that when discovering a potion, decide whether to equip it or give it to another hero to equip. The hero that received the potion can be anywhere in the dungeon and can be either conscious or unconscious. So, I guess we give it to another hero. I think that Ethairna might be the person to have, a full mana potion when she needs it, right? I mean, not that everybody else doesn't have a use for it, but she could get a lot of mileage out of it, I think. So yeah, there we are. Wow, this is a real shame how this is building out for us, because we're going to have a hard time getting to our altars. So we're going to move this down, and Goblin number 1 is going to move 1 and 2, then blow up 2 spaces away, 1, 2, so there's nobody there that they can get to. We are going to go now to Ethairna, who, I wonder, where are you? Right here. 1, is she alive? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. She can actually shoot that guy from there. Let's do it. Seeking Bolt, it only costs me 2 mana? Well, see, and here's that moment of if I don't roll, all I need is a 5. How hard can that be? So, we rolled a 4. I can't believe that. I can't believe I failed that. So she rolled a 4. I need a 5. I don't have a +1 anywhere. I can't believe it. And if I spend the 2 to make anything work, I still can't cast the spell. Right? Yeah, I still can't cast the spell. So in no way... I don't think, right? So if I make this 3 a 2, right? Then great, that's oh yeah, no, that'll work. Okay, so that I only need a 5, so that'll succeed. I gain these 2, then I use those 2, whew, my God, to do damage 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we kill this guy. Oh, here we go. Here's a potion again, though. Watch it kill us all. So we get a loot and a potion. A loot is a violet cape. That's kind of cool. I like that for her. Look at that. +1 defense and +1 on her mana rolls. And all that, ooh, that was probably the best thing I could have drawn. Mind Tonic, all the enemies get to activate. We killed everybody. Okay. And this is +4 mana and +5 on an intelligence roll. That's going to come in super handy at some point. I just know it. Woo! Okay. All right, now she can move, but I'm so afraid to go anywhere. She could take a hit. Let's come over here. We know this can, at worst, be a goblin. Let's see if this connects the room. Oh, snap. Not only is it a goblin... Oh, how funny. Okay, so wait a second here. So she's going to take 1 damage. We're going to spawn a goblin. We're going to pull this out here. Boom. We need a place down here. Okay, so here we are. She cannot do a heroic action. We took our damage, but we can suck down a magic elixir to give us 8 mana... or focus, and this is out of the game now, then we can spend 4 of that because the room is the kill the goblin room, right? We kill the goblin, and this says give us 5 focus or an item. Oh man, I so badly want to take the focus just to be maxed out, but I think instead we're going to take the staff. We're going to take the great staff of the Phoenix, and then somehow Thordin needs to get that shield to keep his hit points up. Okay, so she is done. We're going to tick this down and spawn another goblin. Right, but now, unfortunately, it's really close to her, and it is a boomy goblin. Okay. Yeah, now we can't get there without all kinds of trickery. We can't get there. Thordin, certainly with his 4 movement, he has the boots, can't get there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. He could get here, but he doesn't have a ranged weapon, so he can't get to that goblin. Is there a teleport around here? It doesn't look like it. No. Okay. Whew, we got to figure this out. Okay, so Thordin. We need to find another minion here. Not right this second, but pretty soon, because we still have a lot of cards to go through to find the place. This is just such a weird game for me. Okay, so we're going to go... Actually, you know what we could do? Well, let's go 1 and then 2. Come down here. Let's just see what happens. Oh my god! I really didn't think this... Oh no. I was hoping it would be just some kind of benign room and I could go back here and search and then take a loot and +1 torch. Oh no. Okay, so first things first is he takes 2 damage, puts him down to 1. Fantastic. I gotta stop doing that. We found a skeleton. Oh dear. I'm not going to forget my little skeleton meeple. Where are you? This guy. Okay, we have a skeleton. Jeez, man. Okay. This is no good. And then and it has 8 hit points. So I guess we just hit it as hard as we can. I think I forgot he has the boots of the lion. He should probably have gotten a bonus there somewhere. Hit points. Uh-oh. That's troublesome. Okay, so we need to do 12 points of damage somehow. Okay, let's see what we've got in the pipe. Okay, all right, so we have it's so funny because it doesn't even matter the way you can spend the 2 energy here for +1 on your die is the same as spending 2 focus to roll a die higher, right? Like, it doesn't really matter the way I spend that. See what I'm saying? Okay, so, right, if we spend the 2 focus now, you know, we could absolutely make this +1 a +2, or the 4 a 5, right? It doesn't matter, because even that is that. I wonder why that is. That doesn't seem great. Okay, in any case, we have 8, 9... -4 is 5 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we hit it nice and hard to begin with. Unfortunately, we didn't kill it. Oh, and I get +1 hit point. That's right. That's important. No, it's not, because it gets to drop the torch, which says everybody activates. So Goblin Buddy up here is going to attack Ethairna for 2 with the boomy. And then this jerk is going to attack... Yeah, it's going to kill Thordin, right? Well, knock him out because he only had 2 hit points left. I swear I should have 1 more hit point, and then drain all his focus. So he probably has 1 more hit point because I probably forgot to award it to him last time he hit somebody. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, sometimes mistakes are made. All right, so Thordin is knocked out, so Thordin is done. We're going to move the torch down, and now it's up to Moonblade. Moonblade, you have 1 hit point. You have 0 focus. I think our best bet is Moonblade rests. So 3 hit points and 5 focus. I think we're just gonna not rock the boat because the chances of me going in there and being able to do enough damage are slim to none. We're going to have to cast Giant Strength and go in there and try to pop this guy all at once. All right, so Moonblade, I guess you're gonna rest and sit there. How far can this thing move? It can move. Oh God, 3. And its attack range is its room. Oh, so perhaps, well, see, Thordin will stand. And Ethairna here. We're going to spawn a goblin here. Oh, no. Right, because it's going to go after Ethairna. Well, Thordin will get another shot, I guess, huh? No, Thordin's going to have to stand up. So, I guess... Oh, okay, yeah, so Moonblade should move. Right, so she can move how far? 5? So we should move 1, 2, 3. How far does this guy move? 3? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want, right there. I don't want to be within range of it. So Moonblade is going to rest and run. Or run and rest. I guess it doesn't really matter. We didn't run through any traps or anything, so it doesn't really matter. But it won't go after Thordin, who's knocked out, and it's going to activate in just a second. I want it to go after Moonblade here. Okay, so number 2 goblin that we just spawned is out, out here at the starting point. And poor Ethairna here needs to figure out a way to be able to blast some dudes here. So how? I need to figure out a way to do as much damage as I can to one room. So let me just read up on Elemental Charge again here. Deal 2 damage to all enemies in the space where your movement ends. I love it. So she needs to be able to clear that room out for us, I think. So can we go... Do we have enough juice? We do have some juice. All right, so let's do that. Let's do a spell check of 5, and we get a +1. So yeah, there we are. There we are. We're going to use that 5. How sweet is that? And then we're going to heal 1 and regenerate 1. And then, so Elemental Charge is engaged. That's going to cost us 2, actually, to turn that on. And then we get a whole other movement phase. We're just going to move 1 space, and then she's going to do 2 damage to each of these guys right here. I like it. Okay, so there's some goblins dead, and then we get a loot and a spell. And then this is 3 hit points or a loot. So I think we're going to take the 3 hit points on this guy. And then on this guy, we're going to take the loot, the Spell Tome of the Phoenix, right? Okay. That way, if we end up casting, we can regenerate even more focus. All right, Ethairna, she did her move. I guess she is... I guess that was a heroic action. Can she move after that? I don't think so. I think that's cheating. Right? Well, no, she didn't really move. She did an action that gave her movement. I want to read that again then. Perform a skill check. Perform a movement up to your speed and deal... She never moved. She did a spell. She didn't, right, which was her heroic action. She never moved from the looks of it. So she could still move 4. Where would you go? Let's go in here. And we got to do a safety check of 6. We're at +2. Oh, that is so good. Look at that. We can just do the 4 + 2 is 6. We pass and gain 3 more back, so we're up to 6 now. And that is all she wrote, because we already did a heroic action of the charge. So next turn, though, we could disable this, because I got a bad feeling that we're going to find the lair out here somewhere. And she's off by herself screwing around anyway. All right, so her turn is over. Enemies are going to activate. That means this guy goes 1, 2, 3. He attacks in his space, so he's not going to reach out to Moonblade. And now it is Thordin's turn, who's going to rest, stand up, and... oh, you know what? Come to think of it, I completely messed that up. There we go. Those are the last explored places, so that didn't change anything. I just didn't put them out. So, good news... Maybe we could go this way and find a lair down here. I don't know, but all of our altars are like over here, and depending on the boss, well, we'll see. These aren't too far apart if the lair winds up being up here. So Thordin stood up, but really can't do anything, right? Like, we could move. I'm going to have Thordin move 1 space and stop. Then we're going to go to Moonblade. We're going to pop this down. And now Moonblade, you are our champion this turn. So the way this is going to work is we're going to take 1 step into here, and then Moonblade gets to roll 2 dice. We are going to attempt to cast Giant's Strength. So we got a 4 and a 5. Hot diggity. So we're going to use the 5. We only need a 3. The 4 is going to give it... Oh, we're already maxed out. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we successfully cast Giant Strength. That costs us 1, 2, 3 mana to give us an attack that's at +3. And our sword here is at... Or our claw is +1. So we're at +4 to begin with. So we're already at its hit points. So all I really need is like a 3... Ba-boom. Okay, that's the way to do it, right? So if we use the 5 plus the 4, we're at 9 minus 4 is 5 points of damage. We have killed the skeleton. Oh my goodness. 1 dead skeleton. We have 3 dead bodies on our hands now. Look at that. We're going to gain some more stuff because we didn't use these. That's 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. We're even like ready to go now, right? Okay. For our attack. So Moonblade gets to move the torch up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we get to draw some loot and stuff. Now, neither one of these Moonblade wants. So Moonblade is just going to take the Robes of the Phoenix. Oh, dude. Ah. All right, but I think we're going to equip those. And, oh my god. The plate mail of the lion. I've never had 4 pieces of anything on any character. If we do this right, Thordin could have all 4 pieces of the lion, but Thordin can't seem to get a piece of gear. Okay, so done with Moonblade. You've moved. We're going to tick this down and spawn a goblin at the entrance. This is turning into a heck of a game. Uh-oh. A Mixie Goblin, and they're going to activate next. So we have Ethairna here. And Ethairna needs to kick some goblin booty for sure, because that goblin... Oh, God, it's another one of these goblins that does... that forces me to take a potion. Okay, well, all she can do is cast... Actually, how does this work? Where? Oh, you know what? It's probably not there. It's probably here. Great Staff of the Phoenix. Perform a missile attack using intellect at a target up to 3 spaces away in a straight path that cannot be in your space. So she could just shoot that guy, right? 3 spaces away. It doesn't really talk about how much. 5, and we're rolling 3. I think we can do that. Let's just try to shoot this thing. Why not? Like, why is that worth it, though? Right? I don't quite get it. I guess... Because, I mean, Seeking Bolt is a guaranteed... this would have to go through armor, right? So why wouldn't I use Seeking Bolt, which requires just a skill check of 5, as opposed to just shooting and trying to get over the armor? Yeah, let's just Seeking Bolt. And we have +2 on it anyway. And, like, we only need a 3 or better? Come on now. All right, we are actually pretty fat on the gear this game. I'm pretty excited. So, right, we take a 5, 6, 7, and we spend, right, and then we gain 2, right? So we're at 6, we're at 8, we spend 2, we're at 6, we do 1 damage to this idiot right here. Boom, we take an, do we take an item? No, we take an item and a potion. So an item of the bear, studded stuff of the bear. That's probably fine, but not great for her. And then we have to take another potion, which is going to screw us up. Oh no, did I just kill people? How stupid is that? Healing, I didn't kill him yet. Healing, oh, I need the potions. Where's the potions? Do I have a potions button? What happened to my potions button? Potions, healing potion. All heroes lose 2 health. Why isn't it just like in your room or something? That's crazy. That is crazy to me. So everybody just took 2 damage. So 1, 2, down to 1 hit point, down to 1 hit point. My God. The only good news is we don't have any goblins right this second. Okay, so she did her heroic action, but now I'm afraid to move, because if she moves, she's going to take a damage and then get killed as soon as another goblin moves. Or as soon as her turn ends. So what she could do... She can't rest. All she can do is sit still. So she's going to sit still. We could heal, but eh. Oh, she doesn't have to take this. She can give this. We absolutely know who needs this. Actually, you probably die fast. Who has more defense now? 3 and 4? Yeah, you probably need it. She doesn't have to take the healing. Okay, that's fine. So she's done. We're going to move up to Thordin. We'll move the torch down. Enemies activate. Thankfully, we don't have any. We're keeping them under control. Somehow. All right, so now Thordin, way down here, buddy. I had you there for a reason. You can make a strength check for 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Right here. Boom. So you made the search, right, of a skill check of 7 is +1 to the torch. And then take a loot. And I think we're just going to take the plate mail. Ooh, I just messed everything up. We're going to take the plate mail. Oh, that's awesome. Right? And he can totally try to do that next turn. A 7 seems to be a bit of a tough ask, but that's not bad, right? So he can do that again. So we can also move. So let's go 1, 2. Let's go over here and just see what we find. Oh no, we know it's not a... We need to find new rooms. So we can go... Yeah, we need new rooms. So we need to go 1, 2... Oh no. It's those goblins that like... Where's all the traps this map? It's all those goblins that... I'm like talking quietly. Don't wake up the goblins. Okay, so I need to make a skill check of... Oh, it's an agility check of 4 or better to not wake up these guys. We gotta... Oh, thank goodness. Look at that. That's actually pretty sweet. Because we got... we passed it with a 6. But if we pass it, we can steal a piece of loot. Oh my god, we've done it. We no longer have our goblin bashing ability, but we gain 3 hit points now? We have all 4 pieces of the lion. I never thought I would see the day. That's incredible. Okay, so he's moved 1, 2. Now I don't have to go back here like I thought I would. 1, 2. He can move 4 now because of the boots. So we're going to move 1 more. Oh, dude, please be the lair. Nope. Damn. Not only is it a goblin. Oh, and it kills us. Great. Goblin. But it killed us. Sweet. I got jumped by a goblin and died with my shiny fancy armor on. For all the good it did me. Okay, so now you're done. We'll go down, and now the goblin activates. Now this goblin here can move and attack, so he can move 1, 2, and he blows up in a 2, or shoots in a 2. This is a shooty goblin, so nobody's within range here. Okay, this was terrible. This was terrible, because I want access to all this crap right here. Okay, so who are we down to? Moonblade. I kind of just want to let you just wander around while I discover what's going on here. So let's have Moonblade. Oh, I don't want you to go through that, though. And we know this is no good. We know this is off limits. In fact, everything else here is garbage. We have 3 more places we could put out. How far can you move, Moonblade? You can move 5? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2. We're going to roll for the trap of 7. Not only did we get it, we passed it with flying colors. Okay, so we didn't take the damage. And then can we use a free action just in the middle of this and keep moving? It's a free action. Why would we not be able to do that? Right? A free action, that seems like it would stop my movement. So I guess maybe not, just in the off chance. Because it's a free action of a heroic action, not just a free action. I don't like the way any of that works. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Man, we could kill that idiot right here, too. But we need to explore more rooms, and I want them to be... Well, I guess it doesn't matter now. I guess it doesn't matter now. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter, because even if the layer winds up being like up here, we're still close to that one, and that one's not super far away. The pipe dream of having one right here is just gone, right? And we know it can't be those or this. So coming down here would be a waste, and this might make it further. So maybe we go up from here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. God, we know that can't be it either, but it could open up this. So let's do that, because at worst, that's a goblin. Or a trap. Okay. All right. Right. So now, oh no, there's 3. I didn't realize there were 3 pieces here. Shoot. Okay, yeah, so now it has to be up here. Okay. So what we're going to, right, which means this is the altar, and that's the altar, and that's a bummer. Okay. So we have to make a skill check of 6 to not take, oh my god, 3 damage. Ooh. Thankfully we rolled a 6 there. Okay, then I think our best bet might be to... Oh, wow, I forgot. She can teleport. Our best bet might be to attempt to disarm the trap. In case one of these 2 are the room, right? We want to be able to not have to walk through a trapped room. So we need a 5 or better on an agility check. I think we're all over it. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got all kinds. So we're good there. That's our heroic action for the day. We're going to disarm this place. And I guess take a loot or a spell. Does she take a spell? No, because we want to try to find more panther stuff. Not a sun hammer. I don't know why I would use that, so we're just going to discard that. Okay, so now Moonblade is done. We'll move her down. God, everybody needs to rest, too. Okay, we're going to move this down. Nothing happens. Ethairna. I kind of feel like we should uncover what we've got here, right? So let's go 1, 2, 3. Shoot. It's a trap. Okay. Another trapped room. So she needs a 7 on intelligence, and we have a +2. So we need at least a 5. No problem with that. Not only did we get a 5, we're good. We can gain +2 and +1 hit point. I love it. What a great skill check that was. And she was here? 1, 2, 3. We could move 1 more back. I guess, well, maybe we just stay there and we try to, I don't know why we would disarm it. I mean, we can gain a loot or a spell. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it can't hurt. Oh, it's an agility check. She gets only 2 dice to roll a 6? No way. Well, maybe we just have her move back then. Since we know we're not going that way anyway. Most likely. Okay. Okay, yeah. Because she started here, right? 1, 2, 3. She can only move 4, so 4 is just back there. That's fine. She could totally cast Elemental Charge, though, and bust on up into that room, but I don't know if that's worth it or not. All right, so I think she is done. We're going to tick this down and spawn another goblin. Right. Meow. And we have a boomy goblin. Okay, so now we are off to Thordin, who just can't do anything. So he's going to go 3 and 5. So he's awake. And I really want him to be with the crew, but the problem is he will die if he's with the crew. We could teleport him somewhere else, though. We could teleport him somewhere else. I don't know where that somewhere else would be. I totally do. So he's going to... Oh, no, because then he'll be down to 3. That stinks. Oh, he can't use a free action anyway. He can only move. So, no, he's stuck. He's just going to sit there and die in the corner like the jerk he is. So goblins are going to activate. So shooty goblin number 1 here. So you're over here. And he's going to go 1, 2. And he's going to attack Thordin for 1 damage. Nothing I can do about it. And then the Boomy Goblin here is going to attack these 2 guys for 2 damage each, which, oh god, I had Moonblade have the potion and didn't use it. Kill Moonblade, and 2 damage to her. Okay, so that's where we're at. Not great. Not great at all. Now, we need to figure out... yeah, see, suddenly we're in a really bad position. Okay, so Moonblade, I guess it's your turn. Great. All you can do is wake up, and you can't do a free action of drinking your potion, so I guess you're done. So we're going to move here, move this down. Ethairna is going to have to attack this goblin using the spell again, I guess, right? Let's try to keep our stuff up. Let's do a number 2. What do you got for defense? 4? So she's going to roll 3 dice. So she needs to get a 5. All right, so we're going to shoot with our staff here, the Great Staff of the Phoenix. It does a range of 3 in line of sight, as long as it's not in my row. And we got all this. We got 5, we got 8, 9. So 9 minus their 4 is still 5 points of damage. But we also have, of the Phoenix, right? So we have... well, we're maxed out anyway. It doesn't matter. This guy's dead is what matters. And then we can gain a spell or an item. And I'm going to keep pushing those items because I want to find more stuff. This is not the stuff you were looking for. So, oh, this is a hand item. What am I thinking? This is a hand item. The spell tome goes here. Okay, yeah, I've got this all messed up. That is your garb. Those are your hand items, so you can't even research if you wanted to, and then your neck item. And then you've got these 2 spells. And then we've got, yeah, I guess the Jade figurine, just because. Well, it's good for skill checks and whatnot, right? So, there we go. And the Mind Tonic here, which is also handy and going to be very handy in the future. I guess? I don't know. I think she needs Fireball or something. I don't know. Okay, so Ethairna killed a guy. And I guess we're going to move. I mean, we have to do it. So let's move up here and let's see what we got. There it is. There's the lair. That's what we wanted to see. So now that we know where it is, she still has movement. All right. I think that's where we're at. I think that we're going to have her go into the boss room. Now, what I've done here is I have had both of these shuffled. These are the ones from the Potions and Perils expansion. I don't know what they are. I shuffled them beforehand. I've long forgotten if I had any notion of what order they were in. Basically, I just wanted to see one of the new bosses, so I put them in their own little special pile of 2. And she's only moved 1 space so far, but she has done an action. So this is our boss. The Lich. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, the good news about the Lich is we can do a fair amount of damage to begin with, it looks like. So let's put her... oh god, and she's at... so this is -1 cube where she's at. So that's 1 of her movements. And then she could go 4, right? She could go up to 4 movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a +1 on any roll. She could get way out here. I don't know. Would that do us any good, though? Like, standing there, blowing up bad guys, I don't think does us any good. So, real quick, let's also flip this over now, since that's where we are in the world. We are now right here, just like that. So that's her. So she opened the door and took 1 step, and then maybe she takes 2, 3, 4 steps. Her movement is 4. I think that's a good place. So let's go up to Thordin. We'll tack this down. Thordin's alive in a room with this idiot goblin, and I think we need to take a little bit of a break for just a minute here, and then we'll be back to finish this in a minute and see if we can pull off a win or what happens. I just need to take a small break. Here's the death list right there. There's the guys that we killed. I don't even remember what order it was now. I think it was Yeah, this way. I think we fought a spider first, right? I don't even remember now. So there's the guys we killed. Here we are. We have to do 24 points of damage to the Lich, and the Lich heals with something called Soul Siphon. Oh my goodness, how does that thing work? Just real quick before I step away here for a minute, the Lich, speed 2, defense of 7, +4 to melee counterattack. Oh man, spell counterattack after casting, hero loses 2 focus. Soul Siphon. Move 2 rooms towards the nearest hero, then all heroes within 2 rooms of the Lich lose 2 focus. Additionally, Lich heals 1 health, any 1 health marker. Oh, okay, just 1, not 1 per guy it hurt. Wow. Wow. Whew. Oh man, that's brutal. All right, well, we're going to just step away for a short break and then be right back and get this finished up. Ooh, okay. I'm glad I stopped to look at this and really analyze what we had here and figure out what happened because I'm not really good at the boss fighting yet. So I wanted to stop and recheck the manual and make sure I did everything correctly, and I didn't. So if we roll back to Ethairna here, she can't move, right? She was here, she shot the goblin, and then I tried to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and I put her here. However, that's not what I even need to do. And it was a misunderstanding of mine on how entering the boss's lair works here. And so this it's correct where we're at, but I wanted to just go over it to make sure it was very clear. So it says when any hero performs enter the boss's lair free action. So it doesn't say I have to enter. It just says I have to do the free action. I thought I had to enter. Now it says immediately flip the boss mat to its Act 2 side, right? So we could flip this over to Act 2. This would start right here, okay? Then place the boss token on the boss mat. That is up here, right? Boss token on the boss mat. Health is there. We did that already. And then place the altars out. I was doing that as we went through and killed them because that's the only places they could ever show up. So basically, she didn't have to go in. So if we have her turn started here, she shot the goblin here, so she can't do a heroic action. Then she goes 1 movement, opens the door, which triggers all of that. 2 movement, right? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. She can come all the way down here now, right? That's the intended, right? 1. She started here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and all we had to do was the free action right here to open the door to make this all happen, which is good because that's where we want her to be, is in this room to be able to kill goblins. Oh, there is a goblin there, in fact. Maybe that's exactly what she'll do. Maybe that's exactly what she'll do. So, if we... Oh, boy, because she can still do that. She can. I mean, why would we not, right? Well, yeah, we don't have a goblin spawning for a minute, right? So if she spends 4 energy to kill this goblin, it actually gives her... She's in the goblin kill room. It gives her +1 loot or +3 hit points. She needs the hit points, so we go to 5. That's probably our best bet, because then when she's done, it goes to Thordin. It'll tick down for Thordin on the new Act 2 side, and there's no activation. So he could rest because he's hurting, but he's also like in the middle of nowhere. So I think our best bet is to spend 2. I'm going to put him back here, and then he's going to rest. So 2 to 5 and back to max, right? And so he can rest. And the reason why is we have to drag the boss through here. And I spent some time thinking about this. I really do not like this. I think this is not good. I don't like it. I've thought a lot about this. Since when I play this, I don't always get to a point where I can actually fight the bosses. I don't get enough practice with them. And I'm starting to think that this whole thing is bad. Like all these rooms. This is like some kind of red herring stuff here, right? Like this is no good. Because if you think about the boss room says goblins can move into the room, right? So they go here, they use another movement, they go into the boss room. And now even if you're way over here, you're still within range of a goblin who just entered the room, right? And these goblins are what just wreck me because they do so much damage while you're trying to face off against the boss. And I feel like staying out in the dungeon is the better plan because you don't get stuck in this little weird trap here, especially when we have no AoE, right? I don't think we have... Oh, we have elemental charge, I guess. But we have to use the altars anyway. I don't know I don't think this game needed any more difficulty. And so the fact that you have to like drag the boss through the altars is just extra punishment, right? Like, why can't we just sit here, Act 2, no more goblin spawn, finish off the ones that already spawned and fight the boss, right? Instead, you have to backtrack through the dungeon now, hope that you made a good path to the dungeon, and as you can see, we didn't. So I don't know, man. This is brutal. Basically, I'm not sure I'm ever going to win this game playing by the rules 100%. It is just so hard and left up to so much randomness between this. Believe it or not, the dice are my least problem with the randomness. It's the loot. Because with good loot, you could probably do rather well. So in any case, where are we at? Thordin teleported, rested. Thordin's done. We're going to move this down. We're going to activate everybody, which everybody being only the boss is going to go 1, 2. So the boss is going to suck 2 life out of Moonblade, or focus rather, out of Moonblade. And then it's a range of 2, right? Yeah. And -2 from Ethairna here. Ooch, she's down to 4. Then it's going to heal 1, but I don't think it can go over its maximum of 24. So it's just going to stay right there. That's the end of the boss phase. Now Moonblade here. This boss has a 7 defense. Like, how are you supposed to get through that, right? Like, how are you supposed to... I mean, I guess if you're sitting down here and you have +2 on your rolls, that's still... I mean, we have giant strength, which is better than that. So I could use giant strength now, right? I could roll 2 of the intelligence dice to try to get a 3 to cast the spell, but I need everybody over here. I don't think that that's going to work. I think our best bet, as weird as this sounds... Yeah, I do. Okay, so we're just going to run away. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. We got to make a check for 7 against agility. I think we can manage that. Oh my god, just barely though. Okay, so we're going to use these 2 for 7. We'll go +2. And then she can spend 2 to do a free action to attempt to disarm. Oh, it's only 2 for her. She has to get a 6? Come on, 6! Crap. Okay, so can we make that... Dang, we failed at that too, right? We can't make that a 6 in any way. We're at 3 focus. So at best, we could make that 5. And we need a 6. So we failed at disarming that thing. So that's too bad for us. At least we don't, like, I don't know. There's no consequences. So I guess we'll move, where were we here? 1, 2, 3, 4. She can move 5. She could move 1 farther back. I don't know if that's worth it or not. No, I don't think that it is. I think she'll stay right there. And then, you know, assuming... I guess that's it, right? Or assuming that was a free... I guess that's a free action. Was that technically... And see, I have such a hard time with this. Was that really a free action? Because I want her to rest now, right? So if she rests, she goes from 3 to 6 and back to max. And we're going to sit here with the party on the altar where you have to come get me. And I can't figure this out. I mean, I guess it's a free action because I did it as a lockpick. And I guess it does say plus. It doesn't say do it. It says add an action of that. So I guess that is the way to read that. Okay. So now, Moonblade is done. We go on to Ethairna. We're going to drop this down. Fabulous. We spawn another goblin. Whew. A mixie goblin, just who I didn't want to see. So now, Ethairna's going to use Seeking Bolt on the mixie goblin. Is that what we're going to do? Yeah, that thing is going to kick our butt if we don't kill it, because it's going to do 2 points of damage to everybody within a range of 2, and it's going to walk 2. So we have to kill that thing. Okay, so here's what we got here. 5. All we needed was what? A 5? Yeah, so we got it. So we'll use the 5. We'll go ahead and spend the 2 to do the damage, and we'll gain the 1 back, I guess. And we killed a mixie goblin, which gives us a loot and a potion. That's right. So the loot that she gained, bro, the Ring of the Phoenix, and we can equip it. We have a spot for it. Okay. Oh, speaking of which, That was a spell she cast, right? Yes, Seeking Bolt. So I had 2 of the Phoenix things, so that gives her another +1 Lightning Bolt, another focus, and then a potion. So here's the bad news. Ready for this? Of course. So we got a bottle of energy for her that gives us, what is this now? An extra movement and an extra thing that she can do. Maybe she doesn't keep that. But it also comes with a enemy activation, which means the boss is going to move 1, 2 and drain 1, 2, drain 2 from everybody. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and now she's back to 0. Jeez. Okay, now the question is do we use that bottle of energy right this second? I have a plan. All right, so if we use the bottle of energy, oh, that's stupid though. She hasn't moved, but she can't attack this guy in that space. So if I use the bottle of energy, she can move and then do something else. So she'll go 1, 2, 3. She's got to make a check here though. So we need a 7, and we're at +2 on our intelligence. Oh my Christ. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you shitting me? So she took 2 points of damage running through there? Come on! Language. I can't believe that happened. I can't believe it. That is garbage. All right, so she took 2 damage running through there. We've got this, which lets us do another action, right? So that's something. And with that action, God, that's dumb. I don't think we can do anything but rest. So we'll rest, I guess, right? That's it. I can't believe she took damage from that. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. How stupid. I can't believe I couldn't roll a 7. Okay, so she's done. We go back to Thordin. We drop this down. Nothing happens. So Thordin here is not quite maxed out. So, and can't really do anything. Maybe oh, and we did have it cross the threshold of an altar. I don't want to step into that mess there. So I think what Thordin can do is this is so stupid. Thordin can taunt the boss for 2 focus, which will bring the boss 1, 2, which means it's sitting on the other altar. And then, I mean, now it's just a slugfest, right? So this is what the game comes down to, is just beating. I can't run around. I can't do anything. So we're going to do a melee attack here with Thordin, who rolls... okay, very poorly, of course. So we have no energy to spend on anything, and really we can only use the 6. Right, so if we use the 6, we'll gain the 2 energy, I guess, from these unused die. Don't forget that it rolled that thing, of course. So we're using the 6. It's +1, 7, I guess, right? Oh, we can re-roll a die because of the Shield of the Lion. So let's re-roll, I guess, a 4. So let's not take our 2 back yet. Oh, good. That was even worthless. More worthless. Okay. Okay, so we'll use one of the 6s, and we'll take 1 and 1, and then we're going to gain our health back from the sword bonus, or from the lion bonus anyway. Our reroll did us no good, so we really only landed a hit of 7. I guess if we... Oh, we have to make it work somehow. So we landed a hit for... Oh, so we don't get any of that stuff. We don't get any of that bonus because we failed our hit. Basically, all that happened here was we broke a piece of gear on this thing's face trying to hit it. It has a defense of 7. I couldn't overcome that even with my reroll. Yep. This is how this fight's going to go, I'll tell you right now. So I guess we're going to lose the boots because we're not going to walk anywhere, right? We're just going to stand here at this point. We can't do anything except for fight this guy. And then it activated, right? It moves. Well, it moved this down, so it says it activated. So it just drained 2 more focus from everybody. So 1 and 3. This is god-awful. Okay. It's also not fun to me in any way, shape, or form to do some kind of a weird in the boss room and out of the boss room dance to like game the system to not get hit. That's just, I don't like that feeling. I think that goblins still spawning is kind of not fun. I think that these things, I don't know, maybe you should, maybe if the whole fight had to take place in here, that would be better. I understand the altars, but these two things are at odds with each other. It feels weird. I'll say that. It feels very weird. Okay, so Thordin is done. We push this down and we spawn a goblin. How do I have to shuffle this already? Did I screw this up somewhere? Okay, so there's a pokey goblin. Alright, so now what? Moonblade is standing here with the boss. Oh, here I stacked them. They should be on each individual thing. We need to do 24 points of damage, and this thing has a defense of 7. That is ridiculous. So I don't know if this is even possible. Moonblade has maximum hit points of 6, but no focus, because it just kept getting drained. So basically this comes down to a slugfest, since nobody's going to be able to cast anything, but my big hitters don't do enough to get over a 7 armor. I think it's over. So we have... This is what we rolled here with good old Moonblade. She is doing her agility check. Since we can't cast giant strength, right, we have this, which is +1. We only have 1 focus, so we can't modify any of our rolls, so we may as well go with that, right? So if our 7, 8, right, 5, 6, 7, 8 does 1 whole point of damage, we gain 1 focus because we didn't use that die. It was successful. And we then get hit in the face for 7, right? 3 plus 4. So 7 minus 3 is 4 points of damage. Oh my god. Okay, so we're down to 2 hit points. I mean, that was it. That's all we can do is 1 point of damage, and we get hit for that much more back. This is how this is going to end. I'll tell you right now. Okay, so Moonblade has done the one thing that Moonblade can do. We're going to move down, and enemies are going to activate. Goblin is going to move 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, and join the party, but not attack. Okay, great. Boss is then going to heal for 1. Of course, the 1 point of damage we did, it's going to heal for, and everybody is within range, so everybody gets drained. 0, 0, and 1. All right. Ethairna, our mage. Our only chance at any damage is her potion, right? Mind Tonic. So this is going to give us +4, so that'll give us 5 energy, and a +5. How does this work? Mind Tonic. Gain 4 focus, and any intelligent checks have 5 added to their die result this whole turn. Okay, so we're at a 5, 6, 7 bonus, and she's a distance away, so she can shoot. So she rolls 3 dice with the Great Staff of the Phoenix. This is no bonuses because it's not a spell, so the Phoenix stuff does us no good. Great. But we're at a 7 already. So its defense is a 7. So whatever we roll is what it's going to take for damage. All right? Is there anything else I can spend points on before I roll this madness? I don't think so. It is going to attack back, but it's a ranged attack, so we have +1 armor. So we really have a 4 armor. Is there anything else I can do? No, the Mind Tonic is it. Let's go ahead and blast this fool. All right, here we go. We need 6s. And all the pluses you can give us. Okay, so we didn't get that. Okay, so what we can do, we have 5 points, so we can modify 2 rolls. Let's just do all we can, right? So we'll drop it into 1, so we can modify 2. So we can drop the 3 down to 8. Well, I guess we don't need to, right? We can make the 4 a 6, right? That's probably just as good, right? Because then we get 6, 7, 8 plus 5, 6, 7. So 15, right? Minus 7 is 8 points of damage. So there was our one big hit for the game. Right? There it is. And then it's going to... Oh, and then we'll gain +1 focus, and then it's going to hit back for 2, 4, and her defense is 4, right? 3 and 1. Now, if I could only have one of these every turn, we stand a chance, and I don't think that's happening. Okay, so she did her attack. We're done. We move up to Thordin. We move the torch down. There's nothing else going on here. So, God, this is so hard. What I need to be a distance away. I could be here. 1, 2, 3. If Ethairna could be over here, she could shoot into that room and not be hit by the -2 focus attack. So she would have to get over to whatever that room is. Okay. Where are we now? Thordin here. Like, Thordin just can't hit that hard, you know? He just has nothing to do that kind of damage with. He would just have to, I mean, it's going to come down to dice rolls. We would have to roll 6, 2, 2, right, for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, he could, oh yeah, no, that's okay. But he gets hit back for enough to kill him every time. So that's all we can do. Thordin just has to pull out the big guns here and roll well. There it is. Not well. So he has 0 focus, so he can't modify anything, right? So Thordin is going to... Oh, and he's going to get hit for maximum damage, 4, which will not quite kill him. Okay, so Thordin rolls a 6, which does 6 plus 1 is 0 damage. So I failed, right? 6 plus 1 is 0, right? So I did 6 plus 1 is 7, minus 7 is 0 damage. Oh, wait. I gotta, oh no, that's not, oh, I can re-roll, thank God. Okay, well, let's re-roll. I always forget about that re-roll. This needs to be a plus something. Nope. Okay, it's a 5. The most useless thing I could have rolled. So we failed. We have a 6, 7, minus 7 is 0. So we failed. Then it hits back with my defense, which is 4, 5, 6. It hits back with a 6 plus 4, so it's going to do 4 damage, so it's going to bring Thordin down to 1. So Thordin did 0 damage and almost died. Okay, great job. We move to Moonblade. I mean, there's nothing we can do. This goblin's going to kill us all. Right now, in fact. So the goblin is going to attack and hit everybody for 1 damage. So Thordin dies, or gets knocked unconscious. Moonblade goes to 1. Ethairna goes to 5, and then everybody's going to lose 2 focus, so everybody's at 0 focus, and then the boss is going to heal 1. Great. Okay, so now Moonblade, right? You're at 1 hit point, and you how hard could Moonblade possibly hit? We're in the exact same boat as Thordin, right? We have to roll absolutely perfectly. So let's just have Moonblade use her healing potion to fill up, and maybe she won't die. Yeah, this is... Of course. Of course. So that's 4, 5. So we hit for 0, and we get hit back for 4. So we're down to 2 hit points. Great job, Moonblade. All right, so we're done here. We move to Ethairna. Oh, we spawn another goblin. This is just insane. There's nothing we can do. I don't see how people win this game. I really don't. Okay, so we got another guy. And we're running out of time. That's the other best part about this whole thing. So, Ethairna has 0 focus. I mean, we can't do elemental charge with 0 focus. So if we do a great staff, we're at +2. I mean, the only benefit that Ethairna has over these 2 is that she's ranged, so it hits back for 2 less damage. But like in no world can she do that much damage because I don't have any energy to do anything better. Okay, so Ethairna's going to shoot into that. I mean, I guess I could kill the goblin, right? If I kill the goblin, at least we take a little bit less damage. But then what? Then the boss just craps all over us? Let's shoot the goblin, I guess, with our great staff. Okay. So we got... Right, so look, that would have been a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 against the boss. So we would have done 2 points of damage to the boss. And then we would have got hit for 5, 6, 7 minus 4... Well, she'd still be alive, but like, what's 2 points of damage on the boss, right? Nothing. So to kill this pokey goblin here, we only need a 7. So she's got +2 here, so she could use the 5 plus the 2. So she'll gain back 4 because we're not going to use these. So we killed the goblin. Goblin isn't going to attack back. It gives her a loot and a room. So the loot is the great axe of the bear. Okay, so I don't think she's going to use that. And then she can reveal a room. I mean, do we reveal a room? I don't want to because I don't want another goblin to come out. I just don't. I just do not want a goblin to come out. So I mean, I guess if we reveal this, we could find out if it's worth her running down here, but we're going to run face first into a goblin anyway, so I guess not. So Ethairna's done. She can't do anything else. That was her big attack. We're going to go... I mean, she could do a free action of what? Nothing? Oh, you know what? We did a spell, right? No, we didn't. We shot for some stupid reason. I should have done the Seeking Bolt because we would get our energy back for free, so we would be ahead, but I didn't. Too late now. Okay, enemies move. So this guy's going to move 1 space. Boom. Boss is going to then drain 2 mana, heal 1, and that's the boss done. Oh my god, this is insane. So, I mean, and here we go again. It's just another round of rolling these dice, hoping to get 6 + 2 + 2. Thordin has no energy. Thordin can roll. Thordin can roll very poorly. Oh, good, and we dropped the torch. So Thordin here is going to do that, I guess. So 7, and then +1 is 8. Yay! So we did 1 point of damage, and then we're going to heal... Oh no, Thordin's dead. What am I doing? Thordin can't do anything. Thordin has to rest. Thordin is 3 and now 5, and Thordin is done. Thordin had to rest. He was dead. Or unconscious, I'm sorry. Okay, so then we move the torch down. Nothing happens this time. Now Moonblade here, a whopping 2 hit points and 0 focus. I mean, even if you rest... I mean, maybe that's your only option. Moonblade rests. We go from 2 to 5 and from 0 to 5. Moonblade rests. We're done. We move this down and everybody gets attacked, right? So this goblin is going to move 1 space... oh no, it can be right here and attack 2 rooms over. Great! And do 2 points of damage to Thordin and 2 points of damage to Moonblade. And then the boss is going to suck 2 focus away from everybody. So back to 0 and heal 1. This is impossible. This is impossible. And Ethairna, with her 0 mana, is, I guess, once again going to attempt to shoot the boss. Oh my god. At least she rolled well. She's going to die, though, because we rolled the shield. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. -7 is 4 points of damage with the Great Staff. Pew, pew. Right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. -7 is 4. So we're going to be 0 and 1 here. So it's down to 15 hit points from 24. We've done 9 damage. And then it's going to hit back for whatever her stuff is, +2. So 1, 2. Oh, God. I mean, she's doing the most damage here now. She's done. We'll go up here and... Thordin... Oh, we got to move this down. Everybody's going to take more damage. So, Thordin's going to die real quick, right? Because he's about to get bombed for 2 points of damage, right? So Thordin's dead anyway when he starts his turn. Moonblade is now at 1 hit point. So Thordin's turn comes around. Thordin is going to heal. Stand up, Thordin. Your turn is over, I guess. And maybe you walk. Maybe you run away. Little scaredy cat. Okay. We go to Moonblade, and this is the last turn of the game. And Moonblade can't do that much damage. Moonblade absolutely cannot do 22 points of damage. We know that's impossible. It would take 22 damage in one big hit to get through this to be able to kill this guy. Moonblade could, at best, if we rolled as good as we possibly could, 6, 2, and 2 is 10, 11. -7, we could do 4 damage. We could do giant strength, right? So that'd be, let's say we succeed. That's 3 plus 3, right? So 3, 4, 14. We could do 7 points of damage. That's half of what we need. It's just not going to happen. Therefore, right? I mean, we know the game is over now. I can't do enough damage in this roll to win. So our only course of action is going to have Moonblade move here and roll... Oh, no, move here, I'm sorry. Moonblade doesn't even have enough mana. I was going to say, if Moonblade moves here... Well, let's just try it. And that's literally the only move we can make, right? If Moonblade runs back there... This is insane. If the only way this is going to work is if Moonblade rolls a 5 or a 6 on one of these and a low gaining focus on the other one, because then we could spend 4 on +2 torch. Otherwise we lose, or otherwise we lose. That is literally the only other move in the game. And we failed. We got a 5 and a 6, meaning we succeeded the test. We don't have the 4 mana to move the torch. Moonblade's turn is over, and we lost. There is no way that I'm going to be able to do that amount of damage with the party I have, with the gear I have. There is no way to fight through this with what I had. So we fought a valiant game, but we didn't do it. We needed, I mean, I was going to say, you know what, we need some bigger hitters, but this is our only big hitter here is the giant strength, right? Thordin can barely get through it. I think Grockall would be better because Grockall could at least spend his points for more damage, but Grockall dies faster because he has no defense. Ethairna did all right when she had the +5 from the potion, but otherwise she's not rolling very well, right? She could get 10, 11, 12. She could do 5 points of damage, so that's fair enough. The problem is we never could adjust our rolls because we had no focus. We could never stay far enough ahead of this thing because of the way it does damage. 2 rounds away end moves too. We just got completely smoked. I don't think we had like the right enough gear to do this. I think Moonblade really needed some better things. I thought Thordin, I mean, we had 4 pieces above the line and Thordin just couldn't hold it together anyway, so maybe that didn't matter. Yeah, that's brutal, but man, it's a ton of fun. I still think pulling the bad guy, the boss, out of here is the way to go. I don't see hanging out in here being any good. Well, maybe it was extra bad this time because the goblins would have spawned here and just come right in here, you know, very quickly, and then we would have gotten overwhelmed in here. But I mean, a little bit like a +2 there, a +1 here, you know, and all this +1 focus, you're losing 2 every time this thing activates anyway. So I don't know. I need to figure out how to be better at the game, clearly. I'm very bad at this. It's a ton of fun, though. Tiny, epic dungeons kicking my butt. One thing I really appreciate, I do like that you can play with the added dudes and not the potions if you want, right? Like you can take out wherever it is, Mixie's Lab. You don't have to play with Mixie's Laboratory, but you can play with... Oh, here we go. Mixie's Lab, yeah. Yeah, you can play, you could not have this in the game if you want, right? That's the potion thing. And then you could not play with these potions that are going to damage you, right? There's, am I missing one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no. So, right, I just didn't pick them all up. So you could not play with the potions. And the potions were somewhat handy, but like this random just getting stomped on for no reason is harsh. Really harsh. I don't think the game needed the Perils part of the potions. I really don't. You could, I guess, keep the goblins in here and not use the potion part, I guess, or you could take them out. You could mix and match this any way you want. But what I really think is cool is like these dudes, the Wraith and the Vampire Imp. They don't say anything about potions, so you could absolutely just keep them in as just a little bit more variety, and they have some super cool little, you know, meeples there. Are those the right ones? Maybe not. No, that's one. And then whatever. Oh, and this is that the Wraith? I don't know. But anyway, I love these little meeples. They're super cool. Yeah, I don't think it's that one. It must be this one. Is that the Wraith? We got a Vampire Imp. Oh yeah, that's the Wraith. So there they are, right? There's that, and there's that. You can keep those in your game and not have to play with the potions if you don't want to deal with the potions. And the potions add a room to the dungeon, right? It seems like you should just do one less of like the regular rooms and shuffle Mixies into that big fat stack. That's just, you know, my opinion, man. Not a very good one, but yeah, I don't know. Ton of fun. It plays a lot more like a very tight resource managing Euro than you would think. And with a, you know, like the hefty dose of luck a dungeon crawler has to have, right? You got to be rolling dice, and I love the dice system. I think this is brilliant. It makes a lot of the steps confusing those as to when you can trigger things. That seems to be the hardest thing to work out for me. There's also the stories expansion, which, frankly, if I have to tack something onto this game that is a mission, something that you have to do on top of trying to do something I can't do as many times as I've played this, because I'm going to tell you right now, between the first video of this and this video, I think I've played this like 8 times now, and I can't do it. I can't do it. This is probably the closest I've been. I get slaughtered either by time on Act 1, I just can't find the minion rooms, or I find too many, and then I can't kill one because one of them's chasing me down, beating on me, and I die to the minions, and I get stuck in this like death loop, right? Once you get stuck in that loop, it's just over. So, I don't know. It's a lot of fun, though. It is a lot of fun. I love the little miniatures. I'd love to paint them up. But who has the time for that these days? So anyway, tiny epic dungeons, tons of fun, lots of death to be had. I don't even know where I put my pile of dudes. I just had them in my hand. Where'd they go? Oh, they're off to the side. Okay, there we go. Something doesn't look right here. All right, well, be kind to one another, defeat bosses, and remember, games are made for everyone's recreation. We'll see you next time.